back. Let's continue with Chapter 9, Agent Keystone. The CIA senior agent stood up and shook Turnkey's hand before the teenager could even sit down in the debrief room on Green Level. Congratulations, Agent Keystone. You've passed every agent trial test with perfect marks. I'm promoting you to assistant agent status effective immediately. I've never said this to anyone, but you show signs of becoming a superior agent. Your record is spotless, and no one has ever passed with a perfect score before, according to the data the chief provided the CIA. You did it. Turnkey sat down and felt tingling goosebumps on his skin. It was like he had just swished a three-point buzzer beater on the basketball court. Nothing but net for the championship. The words from the CIA agent, "You did it," reminded him of his mom. She had said the same thing when he became a junior agent. As a single mom, she had sacrificed to get him into the Universal Sports Academy to work with the best athletes. Now, as part of the USA, he had the chance to make a real difference in the world fighting criminals. It was everything he had worked for. The CIA agent smiled at him. Agent Keystone, you excelled in each exercise, but your observation skills impressed me most. You provided the exact number of references for Vancouver, Albania, California, and Florida. Therefore, I'm recommending you for the accelerated SSO. The Specialized Skills Officer Training to enter the National Clandestine Service in the CIA. You officially cannot become a CIA secret agent until you are 18, but the officer training program will give you more skills than you would receive at the farm at Camp Perry. You will be part of an elite group, and it automatically qualifies you to be on the short list for promotion one day to CIA director. Turnkey raised his eyebrows. I could become the director of the CIA? Yes, anyone who has gone through the SSO training is automatically considered for the job, but you will have to wait until you are 30 for that promotion. I cannot confirm or deny the association with past directors, but I can assure you that if you do this SSO training, it is the quick path to leadership. Without SSO, it's unlikely to happen. Yo. The agent shuffled through some papers on the desk. As you know, since you've passed, we will transport you this evening. You will travel by plane and with the other new assistant agents down to Camp Perry to begin your training. We will send for your things at the mansion. Al. How did Al do? Turnkey smiled at the man. Sir, do you know how the other junior agents did? The senior agent jotted a note down on paper and then answered. No, I don't. I'm only assigned to you, but you can find out at dinner before we fly out. Is there anything else? Turnkey shook his head. No, sir. The man stood and held out his hand. Welcome to the CIA, Agent Keystone. Turnkey grabbed the food and put it on his tray. All the junior agents were in the Universal Sports Academy skyscraper cafeteria, except Al. Turnkey sat down alone at a table for 4. He acknowledged his classmates around him with a sharp head bob. What happened to Al? He picked up a bread roll and started eating. It didn't take long to devour everything on his plate. Al must have gotten hurt or something. He couldn't have failed. Turnkey finished off a second glass of milk and slumped in his chair. As he looked forward, he saw Alabaster Dangermond rush through the opening to the cafeteria. Al! Alabaster ran over to Turnkey and gave him a slap hug as they clasped one another. Turnkey looked at Al. Yo, what's up, homie? Are you all right? Al looked around at everyone staring at him. Turnkey saw he was pale. He sat down and Al spoke quietly. I failed, Turnkey. I failed the agent trials. But the chief is keeping me on at the agency, at least until I'm 16. He told me you passed and his assistant Perkins told me all of you were down here eating, so I came down to see you, to say goodbye. Al explained in detail what the chief had told him. Turnkey smiled. That's everything, dog, except why was there a cover-up? Al didn't know what to say. Turnkey told Alabaster about his promotion to the SSO training and that he might have a shot at becoming the CIA director one day. Bro, that's sporting, TK. You as director of the CIA? Man. Yo, but that's not so cool if we're not together. 4 years apart? You're my brother, man. Al gave a deep sigh. There's nothing we could do about it. I'm just going to have to pursue my parents' murder without you if we can't talk for 4 years. Turnkey shook his head. Ah, cool, homie. You're my best friend, man. We've been partners for 2 years. Turnkey took a drink of water. We can't let this happen, Al. Al shrugged his shoulders. But there's nothing we can do, TK. Turnkey stood up. Yes, there is. No, you can't go in there. The chief is in a meeting with the CIA, Perkins said, standing up behind his desk as the teenager came into the foyer. Turnkey was too fast for him. He opened the door to the chief's skyscraper office and walked in. Hey! Perkins yelled as Alabaster closed the chief's door, shutting the assistant out. The chief stood up. What is the meaning of this intrusion? You two, get out of here! Turnkey's CIA evaluator in the trials was sitting comfortably in a chair in front of the large desk of the boss and turned to look at the two teenagers. Perkins opened the door and looked in. You can't fail Al, Chief, Turnkey said. He's got to go to the farm. The chief frowned. Look, Agent Keystone, I've heard of your promotion directly from your evaluator, but that gives you no right to barge into my office and demand anything. Alabaster is staying put at the mansion, and he will resume normal training duties there. The room went silent. Turnkey looked at Al and then turned toward the chief. Then I request to be reassigned to the mansion. I'm turning down the promotion to the SSO training. What? Yelled the chief. The man turned red. Al thought he actually saw steam come off his head. Now you listen here, Agent Keystone. You will go to the SSO training, and you will perform with excellence like you have under me. Turnkey stood taller. Sir, with all due respect, I'm turning down the promotion. I believe having Agent Dangermond as my partner outweighs the promotion. He turned to look at the CIA evaluator sitting in the chair. Thank you for the promotion, sir. At this time, I will have to decline the offer and stay at the undercover secret agency until I'm 16. Turnkey! The chief yelled. The CIA evaluator stood up. Well, son, if you feel that way, then perhaps you aren't ready for the SSO training like I thought. I'm sure you don't understand what you are giving up, but if you're not willing to put forth the effort, then I'm not going to promote you. Consider the offer withdrawn. The CIA man reached out his hand, and Turnkey shook it. Then he turned to the big man. Chief? And gave a nod before walking out of the room. Turnkey now stood in front of the chief in silence. The man was even redder than before. He pointed his thick finger to the door and yelled, Get out! The two agents scurried out of the office as fast as possible. As they ran past Perkins, Al looked at his best friend, who had just given up the farm, the SSO, and the fast track to becoming the director of the CIA. That ends our chapter. Next, we'll pick up with Chapter 10, Moon Shadow Syndicate.